Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Sport Federation TV. Of course, we take a look on a weekly basis what's happening in the world of sport in the Western Cape. We've got a full show for you this evening. We're going to be taking another look at softball. You'll of course remember we spoke to Denver Anthony, the head coach of the men's softball side last week. We're going to repeat that for you tonight, but we're also going to be catching up with Marlene Petersen, who's on the line with us now, to talk to us about the women's softball side, who recently competed at the South African Softball Championships. And then we'll get back to Marty Herrier, of course, the National Gymnastics Development Manager. They've got a new project on the go, Skip Nation. We spoke about this a few weeks ago. They're rolling out now, and it's, of course, a fantastic opportunity for members of the public to participate in the skipping competitions. Right, folks, on the line with me now, Marlene Petersen. Marlene is, of course, she's the head coach for Western Cape Softball. Marlene, welcome to Sport Federation TV.
Thank you. Nice. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, first time for us to have you on the show. It's great chatting with you. Let's get the ball started straight away. Western Cape Softball, you guys had an enormous tournament about 3 weeks ago up in Johannesburg. We managed to see the live streaming. That must have been very exciting for you guys.
Yeah, it was very exciting. We have a nice young team that we took up with us. And for the ladies, it was quite good. Seeing that we didn't have softball for quite a while now, due to COVID, softball was stopped. So it was exciting. The players they were happy to be out on the field to show their skills, but also just to interact with other people as well.
Marlene, let's go back a few months though. I mean, you guys didn't jump on I'm not sure if you traveled by bus or train or plane or taxi or how you got there, but
definitely by plane.
Well, by plane. But obviously, you didn't just start your planning in the week before the event. You've had a lot of high performance work from the coaching perspective in the build up to this tournament.
Yes. So this year, Western Cape HPC, which is High Performance Center, they've gone on a new approach. In the olden days, we did our selection a month or two before the time, and then the team goes away in March. We then had with the HPC a process where we got the squad together, and I think we've been training for a year before we left. It took a while. We had to get the players into the mode of a new process, a new approach that we're taking, because they have new facets to the game. So it's not just about playing. It is your different skills, your mental stuff, just preparing the person as a whole athlete for the game. Because in most cases, when people go to tournament, the mental part becomes very important, especially when you get into tight games and stuff. Yeah. We also obviously, by building up to the training, you obviously had COVID. All of those things were in place. We had to sensitize people about training. We had to make sure that players feel safe when they come out to training. We did some training in smaller groups just so that we can get people used to each other, and we tried to keep like they call it, the bubble together, so that players feel safe, that they can actually come to training and enjoy the game that they love so much.
From a high performance point of view, and looking at our top sports at the moment, there's clearly a lot of sports science that goes into being able to compete as a provincial team now and then compete at the SA Champs. And how much of a disruption, considering that your planning would have started already in 2018, 2019, you have your normal high performance plan, which includes sports psychology and sports science and nutrition, and then along comes COVID in 2020. How much did that throw you out from a coaching point of view?
Well, it threw us out a bit, but I think what we try to do is we've allocated, I think we trained about thrice a week. And in that process, we try to factor in all the stuff that we could. I think the girls did well as the coaching team. What we try to do is to co-opt more people to come and assist with the training. So which made it a bit easier. So you would allocate somebody to assist with the coaching, somebody to assist with the pitching and with the mental stuff. But now you could break it all up. And obviously there was more time because people, some people had to work from home. or they just generally had more time, and so
Yeah.
we could work in all of those things and get to a particular point, or like you say, an entry level, and then move up in the
Yeah.
different stages that
Yeah.
we want to achieve in our HPC.
That's fantastic. Marlene, let's talk a little bit about the tournament. Of course, a lot of work, a lot of preparation, then going to the tournament, and we saw some of the live streaming of the tournament. Tell us about the actual tournament itself. How did we do as Western Cape softball?
Okay, so the tournament went off well. We came second. We lost in the final to Gauteng. I think the score was 4-3.
Yeah.
But in the build up to the games, I think the girls did very well. You could actually see the skills and all the training the hard work that they put in. They were, it was coming to fore, but I think most importantly, they were just enjoying what they were doing. I mean, putting up for training for a whole year, and every time the tournament gets either, it was postponed and postponed. So you obviously had to keep them motivated all the time by
Who was the
saying, look, the
toughest?
tournament is going to happen.
Who was the tough competition?
The
Who?
toughest,
Yeah.
the the toughest competition was Gauteng, and that's the team that we lost out to in the final. But
Well, of
saying
course, they had home
toughest,
ground advantage. They didn't have to travel
that
like you. So we.
too, that too, and then there's one or two things that have obviously happened in the final. They
Yeah.
had, I think, in two frames, they walked one of our batters, Melissa Savage, because in the previous frame she hit the automatic home run.
Wow.
So I think even out probably it could have gone either way on the day. But yeah, they then won with a home run
No,
at the
well,
end of the day.
it's still a fantastic performance to know that we can travel as Western Cape and go and compete with the very best in the country. Marlene, what comes next now in terms of the process going forward? Do you guys take a bit of a break now, re-energize, recover a little bit, and start getting now ready for the next big competition?
Yes, I am very glad for the break currently. We're on a break for a month. And then we start our process again. We also currently have one, two, three, about 418s that must go to Peru in August.
Wow.
So they also getting a break as well as the Western Cape team because Melissa is one of the players that's in that team. So they're all taking a break now for a month, and then we get back into the swing of things. The Western Cape team would probably get a break for about a month and a half, and then we start our whole process all over again.
How do folks get involved, Marlene? For the viewers that are watching now, I mean, it's obviously very exciting. Softball clearly it's a global sport. It's a lot of countries participating. How do folks get involved with softball? Where are the clubs? Is it simply go to the website and have a look and sign up?
Yes, so we have there is a Western Cape website,
Yeah.
but then we also have from grassroots level. We have clubs and we have schools that play softball in the districts. So in the metro we have Cape Town softball where people can contact. And then on your Western Cape, like I said, we have a website where people can go to, and then just link up there and then get the information.
Marlene, we'll leave it at that. It's been fantastic chatting with you. Once again, well done. We're always very happy to
Thank
see
you.
our Western Cape sports teams doing so well and showing the other provinces that we can compete with the very best, and that they obviously need to look out for us because we're coming for the gold medals.
Yeah, they'll have to. Maybe JP, just to add, maybe out of all of this, that there's quite a few ladies that like with the Western Cape or the HPC, some of them has made the SA under 18 team.
Wow.
And there'll also be a squad selection for the SA team for the tournament that happens in 2023. And SSA is also looking at an approach of that we currently running in Western Cape, the HPC process, in order to get the females ready for that tournament.
That's fantastic. So we're seeing our Western Cape athletes make it into the South African squad, and we're seeing the other provinces following the lead in terms of high performance.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
we go.
definitely.
Thanks, Marlene. We'll leave it at that and we'll catch up again soon. There we go, folks. Marlene Petersen, head coach for the Western Cape softball side. And isn't that fantastic? Seeing just how successful yet another Western Cape team is. So we're doing really well. And of course, we're looking forward then to finding out more about that softball Premier League. You'll remember, of course, that we spoke to Denver Anthony also about the Premier League last week. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back, we carry on talking about sport in the province. Back in a sec.